So what you guys need is a metal ruler. It has to be pretty thick, like 1/8 of an inch thick, I think. I'm not sure. You guys can choose your thickness. And cut out a paper template and glue it on with any kind of glue you want. Just don't choose any bad kind of glue. I'll show you later. Just cut it however you want. I chose the style from 300 because it looks cool. Cool. The second thing you want to do is go outside with your hacksaw or jigsaw. I chose a hacksaw because I couldn't find my dad's jigsaw. And start cutting it out in a line shape like you see in this clip right here. And then just hit the heck out of it with a hammer. Manly! I just tapped it lightly to show you guys what you need to do so I could go off camera and do it. Just to get it off a little bit. I need to get it off because if it's not off then things can't happen. But once you knock it off, that's what it'll look like. And that's why you can't choose crappy glue, guys. Get good glue, not crappy one. Crappy glue. And then the third thing you want to do is start filing it. And if you want to, you can use a belt sander or a belt grinder. Whatever you guys want to use. After you're done, it will look like this. In this clip, I showed you guys where I'm gonna cut the file, just across there, which I'm gonna do right now. Boom. So, I did that, but I had to get the help of my hacksaw. Right there, my hacksaw. My lovely little baby blue hacksaw that I love. Well, I don't love it that much, but it's good. It's a good hacksaw. But what I'm gonna do next is do the thing that was in there. I'm late, I'm sorry. Walter. Such a good dog. So, this is what you guys, what I found is to be the best. You just take the hacksaw, shove it around a little bit, because that grip is the best. Just use that grip. And then start sawing it in little pieces like this. It really gets to your muscles. But I kind of failed. The hacksaw slipped and hit my finger and cut the edge of my, right down my middle finger, but no, my ring finger. Didn't hurt that much. But when my mom patched it up, as you can see, she patched it up quite well. She took a nursing. And I decided to put on a thick smelting glove that will melt if you get it into any heat, but it helps protect from the heat. Well, it might melt, I don't really know. And yeah, you just place it on your finger. But when I was done, it looked like this. I cut a little edge in there, like in my paper template that I forgot to record because I'm a dumb boy. And it just looks like this. Quite beautiful. Well, it's not that beautiful, but it will work. It is nice, not beautiful. By the way, glue on paper takes off rust. I just wanted to point that out. What you guys need is a block of wood, a jigsaw, and a clamp. And your knife blade. Put your piece of wood onto the knife blade, clamp it down with the clamp, and you can start jigging with the jigsaw. Don't go too fast with the jigsaw, or you'll break the blade. I started to use a hacksaw, and the easiest way to use the hacksaw was to hack upwards and then to the side of the top and start plying them off with pliers. And then there you have it. This is my finished handle, but you can style your handle however you want. I just chose this design because it looked pretty cool. If you want to get off the paper, you can soak it. But after a couple minutes, you can just take it out and scrape it off with a knife. Now finally, it's the third day. You get to finish it. Hooray! We're gonna start grinding the bevels today, which is kind of pretty fun. If you're me. But it's you. When you're grinding the bevels, start off with a rough tooth file so that you can remove most of the debris or the metal. Once you remove most of the metal from the bevel, just move to a fine tooth file. I just wanted to show this to you guys. I started to use the broken jigsaw blade to prop up the knife so I could get at a good angle to grind it pretty sharp. When I was done, it looked a little bit like this. Now it's time to put on the tape. Walter, you need to take a break with your dog. It's a must. Now it's time to start making the finger guard. You need a 1/8 inch drill bit. And you need to start drilling. Jesus. When you're done drilling, you get a Walter. No, you don't. When you're done drilling, you get holes. And now you take your hacksaw and you start hacking into the holes. And now it's time to open it up so you can get the hacksaw to fit in there. Now you need to heat up your metal until it's a nice cherry red heat. Once you're done, you need to start pounding it on the anvil. It'd look like this. You need to put your hacksaw into the sheet and start grinding out all the holes. When you're done grinding out all the holes, you need to press fit it. When it's all nice and pressed fit, I just took a file and I started to smooth out the inside. Be careful not to move away too much of the metal or it won't look pretty. Lookalikes. When it's finished, it will look like this. I forgot to mention that you have to hammer back together the two pieces that you did. It look like that. But then you have to drill the holes. Holes are fun to drill. So, and for you young kids out there, yes, you can drill through metal. Now, we are going to shape the finger guard. You need a blowtorch, an igniter, and a fire extinguisher just in case. I forgot to show how I did it, but I'll tell you guys. I heated it up, and I took some pliers, and I just bent it downwards, trying to make sure the thing would fall off. Now it's time to make the handle. You need a back saw. A back saw is easy to spot because it has that weird back ridge on it. Once you're done cutting your piece of wood, you can mark it off again and just cut it with the other piece of wood and voila! You have your pieces of wood cut. Now I decided to cut mine in half just to get the beautiful grain out. So let's get to work on that. So the jigsaw puffed up in smoke because poplar is a hardwood. So I had to take it to my dad's table saw thing? I don't know what you call it. So now I'm going to drill holes into the wood. When I'm done drilling, I just put a nail through it just to keep the wood straight, so that I don't miss. And when I was done, I put 2 nails in. Now I need to make a forge. All you need is a circle saw and a pan. And a piece of wood. Once you have your hole drill, just file it out. When you're done drilling it out, find an elbow pipe. I couldn't find one, so I just taped a PVC elbow pipe into it. Attach a blower and you're ready to start annealing the blade. Also, have any kind of oil nearby. Crap. When you anneal it, the blade is super hard, but it's brittle as glass, so be careful. Don't drop it, cause then you'll be crying. Set your oven to 420 or 475. I chose 475 because my family was baking biscuits. And just leave it in there for an hour. Now it's done. All I need to do is start sanding it. You need some fine grit sandpaper. That's not the thing, I just showed it. But when you're done, it'll start looking like this. You can polish out the imperfections, if you want to. But I chose to leave them in because they look fine and pretty. I forgot to record this, but I cut out the brass pins and I just hammered them into the holes. I'm gonna start carving it now. That's not how you hold a knife, by the way. You never carve into yourself, or else you'll cut yourself. When I was done, it looks like this. I forgot to show this on camera, but I cut the sandpaper into little strips, and I just moved it up and down like I was polishing a shoe. And I got it to a nice shine. But if you polish it too shiny, then it won't bring out the grain of the wood. So I just shined it so it looks pretty. Also, don't forget to oil it. Use any kind of oil, but not car oil, because then it'll stain it.